Okay, I'm gonna put on markers and fast forward until the climbing's done. Yeah, look, our P-47 down there, I don't know if you saw him. He fired all of his rockets and blew himself up almost.
I just saw that.
So now he's repairing. And he'll do that 3 more times before he finally takes off successfully.
Yeah, he's been actually blowing himself up.
He's been shooting all of his rockets and then just landing and stopping to reload, get more rockets, and then taking off again, and then doing it again. And then this 3rd time he actually crash lands. But there's the crash message. Okay, so that's the that dot in front of me is the Hellcat, and back here somewhere. I think that somewhere back here is a Spitfire. I end up yelling at him, and I tell him he needs to come join us. Yeah, here he comes. He flew over here now. Yeah, so it's just the Spitfire is the dot to my left, the Hellcat's that dot up high, and those are 2 bots in the middle. Go down to normal speed. And I'm going to put it on my actual in-game view. Here's the Hellcat going head-to-head with an LAX or an LA something. With a Yak something, actually. Hold on a minute. But they both damage each other. The Soviet plane is trailing smoke, which I can see, and then the Hellcat ends up going down after another guy and dying right here, so he's out of the fight already. His contribution was damaging this guy. So I figured I'm going to go after this guy while he's damaged, and you can see the Spitfire on the left kind of having the same thought. And I'm like, he's much closer, and there's other targets here. I can see 2 dots below, and then there's another one lit up there. I'm like, okay, I'll switch over, and I'll go for one of these unengaged ones. Hopefully maybe save with Hellcat. Because he hasn't died at it yet. And there he goes. So I was like, well, there goes that plan. So I got altitude over everybody. They're all down. They went after the bots because, you know, Soviet players, that's what they do. So they just kind of gave me the advantage here, so I'm trying to use it.
Using your advantage, seeing, okay, who's going to be my first pitch? Right?
Yep, and this guy started climbing, so it made him a real slow guy, so I rolled over to get behind him. Got his pilot, so he's out quick.
And done.
And then I seen a little too, and I'm like, okay, it was basically this is how this whole game plays out like this, where I just go, none of the Russians can get up here with me, and I just keep finding a new one to jump on.
They all just slowly try to climb up on him, one at a time.
And I lost the Spitfire and the other guys here. I'm just trying to get some separation, some distance, you know, find a new target. I don't know where my little wingman go. It's essentially me and that Spitfire versus the world, so I'm trying to watch his back, you know. That P-47's down there going after one of their IL-2s, and I'm like, well, at least he's doing something. How's my phone going off? I'll have to answer that in a minute. So, yeah. Flew away for a while, you know, just trying to play it really, really, really safe. I don't want to take any damage. Here's that Spitfire up here with me. He was doing the same thing as me. We're both just trying to be super cautious.
Both being just a couple of sharks.
And we see them down. They're going after our one more bot. Like, there's 4 of them down there with our one little bot down that way. So me and the Spitfire go, okay, well that's a good target for us to jump into, while they're really low and distracted. So he takes a really steep dive and ends up having to pull off because he's gonna break his wings. And I take a shallower dive with lower engine settings. I still managed to get about up near my maximum speed here, but I did it a little bit safer than the Spitfire did. We are dangerously close to the enemy airfield. That big empty grass area there, that's the aerodrome. That's where they're taking off and landing from.
Oh god.
So there's 3 guys here, and I picked one to try to get some shots on, but he's too below me. P-40 doesn't carry negative Gs very well, so I ended up missing that. And like an idiot, I keep my flaps out. I'm wasting energy here because I shouldn't have had those out, but it doesn't end up mattering.
You didn't notice that in game, did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't notice that I had my flaps out until I was already up here doing it. Then I went to put my flaps on. I was like, oh, they're already out. God damn it. Yeah, I put my flaps in, and I'm like, oh shit, I had them out that whole time. But, you know, I reset on this guy, the guy who I missed that first pass on. Maybe I shouldn't ignore that one. I'm getting shot here by a UFO bot. This bot seriously pulls up in a biplane, points straight up behind me, and just climbing. He was down here, he doesn't have any energy, he didn't dive, he was down here low and slow with everybody else, and he just straight helicopter moding it up into the air after me. I was pissed. He turned my right wing red. I took 2 hits from him in my right wing and turned my right wing red. Just fucking helicopter bot.
I'll get him up then.
So I'm trying to ignore the bot and get back on the player, but the damn bot's here's the guy, like, I burned him for a second. His right wing took critical damage from the fire went out, but then he crashes. So the fire actually got him, even though it only burned for a second, like all Russian planes only burn for a second. And this is a Yak 9P or 9K, one of the giant cannon Yaks, and he's just stalled himself, pulling straight up after the Spitfire. There's an IL-2 passing in front of him, but I choose to go on the Yak because he's more threatening than IL-2. I thought the IL-2 was coming in for a pass there, so I tried to duck out of the gun sights the other way.
And he just gave you a perfect shot.
Yeah. Damaged his elevator. Trying to make sure he goes down. He looks like he's going straight down, so...
Oh, he even had smoke on.
Yeah.
That makes you a target.
Here's the IL-2 coming in for a pass all over the structure. I take a little bit of a hit there from his machine gun, nothing critical, so his cannon must have missed. Here's that damn UFO helicopter bot. Okay, well, okay, this whole, he becomes a recurring thing. The fucking UFO bot. Yeah, but I see him, he turns a little better than me, so he got he pulled inside me there, but then he was killed by that Spitfire. Spitfire took him out, he was distracted. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I have to admit, the IL-2 does turn pretty well.
Damn helicopter bot's still there, so I'm flying away, I'm trying to, like, get distance so I can turn around and kill Mr. Helicopter Bot. I've had enough of his shit. I've put up with him long enough. I'm running a bit, and I noticed that at this point I looked back actually and saw that the Spitfire was chasing that bot, and I'm like, yeah, there's no sense both of us getting that damn bot. I'll just keep running, so look at him catch and keep up with him! Look at the damn bot!
So what is that, a 300-mile-an-hour bot?
Yeah! So he's just damn little I-50. I'm like, well, the Spitfire should get him in a second. No, any second now. Wait for the Spitfire. There you go, Spitfire got him. Shinya, the fucking UFO helicopter bot. So, okay, we cleared out, we actually quite handily won that initial engagement. You know, I got a couple kills, Spitfire got a kill or two, and 2 now with that bot. There's an IL-2 I see, and there's I think 1 other fighter left, or is it just 2 IL-2s? I'm not entirely sure what's left at this point. Just has that 1 IL-2 that you saw in front of me there.
That flak is exploding everywhere around you.
Well, because this whole time we've been fighting next to their aerodrome. We've just, like, around their airbase. We've gotten really lucky the flak hasn't hit any of us.
Yeah, and you see, if I was flying there, we'd all be dead, because you know how my luck is. We'll be at 20,000 feet and one get killed.
So I saw the IL-2 coming up to head me, but I just pulled up because I was above him going the same speeds, and he would stall if he followed, if he didn't follow. But
it's a heavy as hell plane.
Roll right back over on him. Cool. Shots at him, just hit him a little bit.
Hey, at least it got him to react.
Yeah, I know I did some good damage to him too. Nothing critical, but it damaged him quite a bit. I was hitting him quite a lot with those shots. A couple more bots are here. Kind of worried about them at this point. I realize they're helicopters. He just ran into a wall and killed himself. Spitfire got that one. So it's just cleanup time, and I think I get 2 more bots and that's the end of the game. Because, I don't know how, but me and the Spitfire managed to take out the entire enemy team. All the players are dead.
Holy shit.
Here's yeah, and they sent off my left wing and we're just chasing this guy down. It's a laughable bot. Survived through a hailstorm of bullets.
A hailstorm of 50 cows, no less.
And 7.7s from that Spitfire. We were both shooting at him. But that critical I got on him ended up making him crash. Doing a quick look-see, and I'm thinking, trying to find the last little guy. Oop, there he is. Looks like he's turning the other way, so I can turn on him from here. If he was chasing me, I wouldn't have been able to pull inside of him, but... This bot ends up going head-to-head with me, brave little fucking bot. And that's everything. I get, just for a good measure, I kill this one again, just to shut him up. And this is actually the last of my ammo too. At this point in the game, right here, I have exactly 36 bullets left. I didn't miss all that much, and I used the entire ammo load of the P-40. So me and the Spitfire were kind of like congratulating each other in chat, and one of their players who had stayed to watch was freaking out over how many kills I got this game. But yeah, no, that I did not expect to do well at all. I kept playing it, hoping to get a kill or two for the event, but then I ended up getting half the kills for the event in that one game.
Yeah.
And we won basically 2v7. Not entirely, because I mean the P-47 damaged an IL-2 and the Hellcat damaged Yak-1. So the two other planes on our team did score some damage, just